Thinkers say, hey, hey, after 5 months, starting in Georgia, February the 5th, here I am. The camera's not showing all of my whiskers, but it's okay.
Yes,
It's
yes.
growing long.
It's growing long, yeah.
My health is good. I'm not injured. I'm battered and beaten by goons with cudgels. That is to say, the trail.
Right.
And
not to mention, now let's not be too modest. I mean, really, you had to fight off bears and Indians and indigenous Appalachians with banjos and. Yeah.
I survived the banjo attacks. It was scary for a while, but you got into the rhythm of it.
Right. And here we are at the top of 309. At what used to be Cabrinus, but I guess this is now called Thunderhead.
Called Thunderhead Lodge. It used to be Blue Mountain Summit for a while.
Yeah, for a while. Yeah, it changed hands
and
several times. Right.
Unfortunately, they're closed. I think we might be going to a place of eating and drinking nothing alcoholic, friends,
right.
Because I am dry as a chip. So it's been a great hike, but it's been slow.
Yeah.
And so what's happening right now is I'm doing what's called a flip-flop on my thru hike. I'm going to go up directly by air travel up to Maine and ascend Mount Katahdin, where the northern terminus is located. And I'm going to turn around from there and hike all the way south 1,000 miles to where I am right now, this very point. And that's called a flip-flop. And it's totally legit, and all the old guys do it, and a whole lot of young guys do it too. And that will, when I get back here, probably sometime in November, I will have finished every mile on the Appalachian Trail. And I'm just turned 80 a few days ago. And so I'm a member of the rare and distinguished octogenarian society of the Appalachian Trail, and an informal body. Okay, and as far as I know, I'm the 6th member of that. And if I finish this trail, I'll be the fifth oldest thru hiker of the Appalachian Trail in all its history.
Right, and this is noteworthy because now I turned 71 in a couple days, and when you get to Maine, first of all, let's back up a bit here, okay? This flight, obviously, there's not a direct flight from ABE to the summit of Mount Katahdin. So now, of course, my father was born and raised in Millinocket, and I don't know.
It's no ordinary place.
Yes, and we, as my brothers and I, as teenagers, we actually summited, Mount Katahdin, but that was many moons ago. But you have to basically hike. You have to climb Mount Katahdin in order to start again the trail, correct?
That's right. When I get to the top, I will be at the northern terminus where I was 10 years ago, having gone northbound continuously. I'll do a 180 and I'll go right back down that mountain and all through the southern Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and New York, and parts of New Jersey where most of the bears are. And finally down to PA, that dear PA, and I'll terminate my hike there.
Right.
And that will be the full extent.
Now, of course,
every mile of the Appalachian Trail.
Right.
Probably take me something like 10 months. 10.
Considering the fact that I doubt that I would even be able to climb Mount Katahdin at this point to start what you're going to be finishing. This is at 80. This is a big deal. So, but you had some minor speed bumps on the way.
Yeah, I had to stay in the hospital for a while. I may have had ehrlichiosis. I got doxycycline for it, and I was okay.
I'm sorry, you have what?
Ehrlichiosis. It's similar to Lyme.
Oh, geez.
And I recognize the symptoms because I've had it before. It's tick-borne. probably also had norovirus, which lost me a couple days of hiking. I did 2 4-mile days, which means you're sick. And I tumbled here and I stumbled there, but no injuries really.
Well, you did. Didn't you sprain your wrist or something?
I had a mild sprain to my left wrist,
Right.
and I stayed in Franklin for 4 or 5 days, I guess, on the doctor's advice that I keep off of that.
And that happened
in the first 2 weeks, I think.
fighting off a banjo player, or
no banjos.
Okay.
We'd be happy to hear banjos.
Yeah.
In the southern Appalachians. But my hiking has been very, very slow. But I knew that it probably would be. And so
Right.
I'm doing this flip-flop because that gives me several extra months. If I spent the time necessary to get to the top of Katahdin, it would be, I would be in November, and they won't even let you go up there in November.
Oh, really?
And they close it off. The date you hear most commonly is October 15th, but I think that's approximate.
Right.
It's a little loose, but I would not be able to finish at my rate. So I finished while the weather was good, and as I hiked south in some more southern latitudes, where the weather was not so bad. When I train in Pennsylvania, I do so year-round, and so I'm familiar with winter hiking at the Pennsylvania latitude. So I know I can do this.
Yes.
But
Well,
I've
God
got to get myself down from Katahdin through the 100-mile wilderness, through the savagery of New Hampshire, where the toughest hiking of all the trail is located,
Oh, really?
and then into Vermont, where it's not quite so bad, and if I can get to Hanover, going down Mount Moosilauke to Hanover, then probably I passed most of the danger of snow and altitude, and my prospects will be good from there on down. In fact, I can afford to saunter. It takes me 0 days.
Right. Yeah.
Manchester Center is waiting for me with its wonderful restaurants.
Stop and smell the mountain laurel.
The Mount Laurel has come and gone, at least southerly it has.
Yeah.
And but it's a beautiful trail full of wonderful people, and the one thing that is missing this year are the international hikers. There are a few. Usually it's like a quarter of the hikers maybe are from other countries, and this is one of the things that makes the experience so valuable.
Right. Sure.
And so we would like to see, but they, for reasons you can probably figure out, that there are not too many visitors from other countries right now. But presumably in the next few years that will also be remedied. The Appalachian Trail is America's social trail. This is where you meet new friends.
Right.
I met Sparks and Three Jack, two of my best friends ever, on this trail, and they'll be friends to my dying day. People even meet the person they're going to marry out here. The Western trails are more postcard scenic and not so social because there's not quite so many people. The Continental Divide Trail, which I've also done almost, is a lonely trail with only maybe 400 or 500 people hiking it in a year. But it is an incredible challenge and very, very beautiful. Both Western trails are that and the Pacific Crest Trail. So that's the story. I almost have my Triple Crown, and I'm almost the 5th oldest hiker to hike the Appalachian Trail. We'll see if I can do it.
Well, God willing. And, obviously, motivation and ambition is in no short order. Those two things you have. But
I guess I have a pretty good mental game. The physical game is, it's not what it was. I hiked this trail in 6.5 months 10 years ago. Whole trail. Now it's going to take me probably 9 months to hike the same trail.
Yeah, it takes me about that long to get out of bed anymore. So, You're doing fine. Now, so tell me about this, this flight. Now you already booked your flight out of ABE?
We'll have to see about that. The details of my transportation have not yet been worked out.
Okay.
I didn't know when I was going to get here and whether my dear friend Tom here could pick me up. So we're going to be booking late. But I have a long history of booking late, especially to obscure places, and it's not too bad. It's
Right.
not too bad. It's not like booking a flight to Miami.
Well, you're welcome to my humble abode for as long as it takes to get squared away.
Thank you. I will abide in your abode.
And the reason why you're at my abode and not your abode, which is like a mile away, is because
I'm superstitious.
yeah,
I can't get back home until I've done the deed.
right, yeah,
With my shield or on it, man.
right, exactly, yeah. So I got no problem with that. And but so this commute though from ABE to Mount Katahdin, exactly what does that entail? Because like you said, there's no
We'll see.
direct flight to Mount Katahdin.
It's a work in progress.
Okay.
I'm very accustomed to that. When I was younger and I hadn't hiked this trail, I had to plan everything. Now it's I don't know, I'll get there, whatever. There are buses. There's even a train.
Yeah.
We'll have to work that out.
Sure.
It shouldn't take too long.
No, I mean now I guess I would imagine that the closest from ABE would be to like Portland or something.
Portland is probably Bangor is closer, but it's a smaller town and fewer opportunities. So
Right.
I'm aiming for Portland.
Okay. Well, like you said, you'll figure that out.
Whatever.
Yep.
Where are you going to get water? I don't know.
Yeah. Well. So now coming south, then again, this is completely legit, like you said. It's
all of the oldest record holders, all the age, the elder hikers do it, and maybe a third of the younger. It's
Sure,
a standard
and of course-
thing. Indeed, the Appalachian Trail Conservancy promotes it because it tends to reduce the size of the bubble of people taking different routes, and spreads the crowds around.
right, but of course the actual goal is to complete it within a fiscal year. So
It must be completed in 12 months, otherwise
Right.
it ain't legit.
yeah, it's not.
And
legit.
I got that.
Yeah.
I got that.
Right. So we're going back to my place and let you freshen up a bit and
Might we go to a diner so I can have an enormous breakfast?
sure, yeah.
Is the Starlight Diner on your route? Because I will treat you, man. I will treat you so good.
Well,
And
that's
after breakfast, we'll have lunch immediately. Hikers are perpetually hungry.
yeah, I would imagine.
The guys particularly become skeletons.
You guys eat like Aborigines, right?
We just.
Yeah.
There's no sense in killing the kangaroo. Start eating immediately.
Right. Well, by all means, we can stop in at the Starlight Diner and.
Should be on the way.
Oh yeah, it is, and
We love the trail towns. You say, well, we have to be out in the wilderness. Yeah, that's great, but one day in 10, one day in 15, you gotta go. You gotta resupply your food, and you have to go into a town. My dear sister Kathy, sends mail packages to the post offices for me to pick up my food.
right.
And you go through down Main Street of some tiny town, eating in every eatery they have, one after the other, and trying to avoid sickness.
Yeah. So elaborate a little bit on this hospital stay. Where exactly did that happen?
There was no hospital stay. It was a hostel stay.
Oh,
I recognized the signs of a tick-borne disease. I went to an urgent care or equivalent. course, on the third, I think on the fourth day, I was healthy again and ready to go back on the trail. So I just hung out in Stanimals, Glasgow. Stanimals is a great hostel if you need to stay one. There are two places, Glasgow and Stanimals round the bend. Wonderful places. Only cool people go there. They have standards.
Right.
So they let me in anyway.
So, obviously, we're dealing with smog and smoke from the Canadian fires.
Canadians are nice people. It's not on purpose.
No,
We shouldn't blame them.
I'm not. Well, I'm just.
It's the air currents.
From a geographic standpoint, that's where it's coming from. So, nothing against Canadians. As a matter of fact, I'm French Canadian by descent on my dad's side. So, yes.
They're good people.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
good people.
So,
They're
anyway.
also the only people you will meet on the trail whose English is not perfect.
Oh, really?
Everyone from Europe speaks perfect English, almost without an accent. Well, with enough accent to give them some character, but not a lot.
Well, I don't know how you would say that, But anyway, the reason why I brought it up is because the air quality, obviously, with you hiking,
It's not a problem. Not a problem.
Not a problem.
No, young people worry about these things. They say, well, I don't know. I'm wearing 2 masks here because it's slightly hazy. Oh, yeah, well, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
If it's going to give you bad health, it would have killed me on multiple occasions. There are a lot of, on the Pacific Crest Trail in particular, there are lots and lots of forest fires and devastated areas. This is not a pleasant thing. But most of that trail is in beautiful condition. Still, you can get great smoggy clouds. Occasionally, the smoke is so fresh you actually smell it.
Yeah.
But typically you cannot.
Right. No, this is just kind of a discoloration at this point. But
This looks like summer haze to me.
yeah. So, well, I'm glad that is not a concern. Probably, depending on the air currents, the air will be a bit clearer coming down from Katahdin, I would imagine. But I don't know.
It will.
I don't know how evasive.
I have about 14 physical concerns coming down Katahdin.
Yeah.
The first one is falling over backwards on one of the rebar descents and crashing on my pack.
Well, that would be
that's the big one right there. The lesser ones go back, and way down at the bottom is, oh yeah, it's hazy.
Yeah. Now, does the Appalachian Trail, does that come down? That comes down Saddle Trail, right?
I don't know what the specific. Everyone calls it the AT.
Yeah, right.
There's the A-Ball Trail, which is an easier one.
Right, right.
And technically, as a thru hiker, I can go up that and down the AT, or go up the AT and down the A-Ball. But it so long as I traverse the Appalachian Trail,
Right.
as it goes both up and down.
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
On Katahdin, that dear sweet.
Right.
The American inhabitants of Maine call it Katahdin. You going to Katahdin?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. We had climbed. We had gone up Cathedral, which is the second hardest trail. That's Chimney Trail is where you need ropes.
Yeah.
And we came down A-Ball then, going across Knife Edge. Now, I would imagine, are you going across Knife Edge?
Certainly not. I'm not going to tempt fate.
Yeah.
Especially in 16, when I finally got to the top, I said, I am not risking anything. I'm going home at this time, and I did go home. And I was very, very happy.
We went across Knife Edge in an ice storm in the middle of July, where we couldn't see. There was 4 of us, and the back guy couldn't see the front guy.
My goodness.
We were at we were on top of the.
Not recommended. Do not do this at home.
No, but then we, no one ever accused us of being overly smart. So, as a matter of fact, when we left because we went halfway to Chimney Lane or Chimney Pond, stayed there, and then left at 6 in the morning. They closed the trails at 7 in the morning. You know, of course, this was long before any cell phones or anything like that, so we had no idea. But halfway up to the summit, the clouds moved in, and that was it. But anyway, that's enough about me. This is all about you, Tinker. So yeah, so this is good to see you again, and of course, people been asking about you and wanting to know updates. And the best way to give an update is out of your mouth, because out of my memory, it risks things getting lost in the translation, and you know.
But I got the memory too, friend.
Yeah. But if nothing else,
figuring out what happened yesterday is a considerable effort at sometimes.
right. Well, if nothing else, it saves me a lot of typing. So, but yeah, so here we are in Fogelsville now, and
this is a good place to be.
yeah, we'll stop in at the Starlight Diner, and yeah, I'm going to be posting this interview, and if you guys have any specific questions that you'd like to pose, you know, please do. And you know,
Tinker Tells.
yeah, Tinker Tell. Yeah, well, if you have any, you know, I mean, if you know, you can get as specific as you want, you know. Although
Answer not guaranteed, but
Yeah, right.
and the effort made.
exactly. So
This is all my beard, by the way. There it is.
alrighty. So anyway, to be continued, friends. Say bye, Tinker.
Bye, Tinker.